Family is an important theme throughout the play Hamlet. The dysfunctionality of family within Hamlet proves to have a disastrous turnout by the end of the play. Ultimately, it all leads to the death of both the main family members, of both the main families within the play Hamlet.
And go.
The first point we have to prove the dysfunctionality of the family within Hamlet is the murder of Hamlet Sr. Hamlet Sr. was murdered by his brother, and we don't find this out until Act 3, Scene 3, where Claudius admits to the murder when he says, "Oh, my crime is so rotten, it stinks all the way to heaven. It has the mark of Cain on it, a brother's murder."
Alright, go.
Claudius murdering Hamlet Sr., ultimately it causes distress in Hamlet, and it starts him off on a rampage. And when Hamlet finally starts talking to the ghost and discovers that Claudius was the murderer, Hamlet starts seeking revenge, and this leads to his insanity and multiple murders within the story.
Alright, well, I'm recording now.
Okay.
Okay, whatever.
I feel like we could have picked a better topic than family, you know?
Family has to deal with the whole entire book, though. It starts everything off.
2.
I feel like we could have picked a better topic than family, though, because it really doesn't, it's not like a big factor.
Family is what the whole thing is about, though.
Yeah. Self-greed stems from family when Claudius kills his brother to gain the throne. Death stems from family because Claudius kills his brother, and this distresses Hamlet, and Hamlet ends up committing murder against Polonius, and it causes revenge throughout the whole entire story.
Yeah, and he, Laertes gets really mad because Ophelia dies because of Hamlet, and that's all family involved in everything. So, I really think it was a good topic.
And Ophelia ends up going mad because Polonius tells her that she can't go around Hamlet, and that leads to her death. It makes Laertes angry. He comes back. Him and Hamlet get into that brawl in, like, her grave or whatever it is. And that just turns into a whole bloodbath when the end comes, and both families die.
Yeah.
I have a great quote right here. "Do not forever with my valid lids seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou knowest this common, all that lives must die." Gertrude is basically saying, why are you laughing at me? Gertrude is basically saying that Hamlet needs to get over his dead father and treat Claudius as his new father.
She's taking Claudius' side over her own son's, which no mother should ever do.
I know if my dad did that with my stepmom, I wouldn't be too happy.
You mean your mom did that with your stepdad?
Yeah.
Also your uncle?
Yes, if you're also my uncle.
I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Chase, go ahead.
I mean, it seems kind of like redundant to try and replace one man's father with another guy, as quickly as she did it, at least, you know?
Especially with someone who's already a part of your family. Hamlet already views Claudius as his uncle. It's hard to start viewing your uncle as your father. You just can't do that. He already has his place in your life.
Very true.
I also liked in Act 1, Scene 2, where Hamlet said a little more than kin and less than kind. I mean, because if you look at it, it's like Claudius is, he's not being very nice about how he's his new dad and stuff, and he is a little bit more than just his dad. He's also his uncle.
Here, pause it real quick.
I feel like if they would have actually communicated better, and actually been more of a family, there might have been less problems, and maybe they wouldn't have all killed each other at the end of the story.
Yeah, if Hamlet would have talked to his mom and his stepdad/uncle about his feelings about their marriage and his father's death, things probably could have gone a little bit better. And Hamlet wouldn't have died, Gertrude wouldn't have died, Claudius wouldn't have died. There wouldn't have been a dozen murders within it.
Word.
Another big part was when the parents were trying to control the kids. I mean, Gertrude, she had planned for Ophelia and Hamlet to possibly get married, as she had said after Ophelia died and stuff, so.
Yeah, and Polonius tries to control Ophelia when it comes to her and Hamlet staying apart. He doesn't want either of them to get together, and he tells her to stay away from Hamlet and not to believe that his love is real.
And they're also always spying on each other.
There is a lot of spying going on. Claudius is always telling people to go watch this person, go see what they're doing. Spying's a big part, which leads into the fact that the family doesn't trust each other, which is another reason why the family is dysfunctional. If there isn't any trust, then how can a family stay together?
I'm sorry, I don't know what else. In Hamlet, families, oh my god. In conclusion, family is a major factor in Hamlet because it shows how dysfunctional the families are and causes death and tragedy. Is that it? Okay. I said that weird because I couldn't